Guy Benson, those guys seem to be enjoying the amazing educational opportunities afforded them in this country, at least, right?
Yeah, the lack of gratitude among a lot of people to live in the greatest country in the history of the world, and they don't even seem to agree with that premise, is frustrating to watch. Now, look, you can go around and you can find college students almost anywhere and get them to say stupid things, right? This is sort of like part of the college experience. You can find people who are going to say this kind of thing. One thing that strikes me, though, with this year's Olympics, you have some conservatives who seem to be rooting against certain teams or athletes in Team USA because of their political statements. You've got left-wingers or left-leaning college students saying, well, I don't root for the country just because I was born here. I'll only root for athletes. Maybe the country isn't so great. I don't know. I feel like the Olympics typically through time has been this opportunity, and it's like a moment where we can come together and wave the flag and root for Team USA. I think most of us still do, but we're in a very polarized time right now where even the Olympics is shot through with division and political posturing, which I think is sad, but a sign of the times.
Julie, could you imagine if one of your daughters came home and was like, I don't like being an American either, but I'll sit here and laugh about it and while I eat my lunch at this campus? It's awesome.
I mean,
this is appalling.
Yeah, it really is, but what's appalling is how idiotic some teachers are that are actually teaching these kids. So it comes down to bad teaching, bad parenting, and who is teaching this kind of unpatriotic behavior when they are here? Why don't you get the heck out then? Go move to another country and see how you like it. These kids, first of all, these young people, they're whiners. That's what they are. They are whiners, and I'm not talking about the booze. I'm talking about whiners. They're worse than my small children. And if my kid ever came home, first of all, and talked like that, I mean, I can't say I'd punch her because that's a little violent, but she'd get grounded. At least take the iPad away. I don't know, something. But my children, I mean, they love watching the Olympics for the patriotism. And that's what the Patriots, that's what the Olympics are all about, or at least they should be. I am just shocked, actually, at how ignorant these kids are. It's sad.
Exactly. And Carly, not to confuse Bad Teachers with the movie Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz, which is so great. Your thoughts, though?
Oh, well, I have to watch that movie tonight. I've never seen it, so thank you for the hot tip.
Oh my God, you have to. With Justin Timberlake, it's so good. Okay, proceed.
Okay, well, every time I hear college students say that they don't want to live in America, they hate being in America, I always want to ask them, okay, so where do you want to live then? First, let's tackle the America is bad because of colonialism argument. You can't live in England, Spain, France, Portugal. You can't live in Denmark, Sweden, or Norway either because they're the original colonizers. And if you hate capitalism so much, by all means, step foot in Venezuela or Cuba and see how it really is, and you will be begging to come back. And if you go to Cuba right now, you're going to see a lot of American flags because those people know what it's like, what real oppression is like, and they're acting more patriotic in terms of being Americans than even some young Americans are right now.
That's right, Dr. Sapphire. As we look at conflict throughout the world, the American flag is a symbol of democracy and freedom. It's certainly not a symbol of something to be ashamed of, which this is what these college students are saying, that they are ashamed of America.
Well, listen, Emily, as a mother of a 21-year-old, I can tell you, take what they say with a grain of salt. I mean, their frontal lobes of their brains are not completely formed, and they're not paying taxes, okay? So do their opinions really matter? When they actually grow up and have to act like adults, maybe they'll have some appreciation the fact that our country has the most religious and social freedoms than anywhere else in the world. Or how about the fact that if you go to China, if you go to Cuba, they can just shut off your social media just like that. Something tells me this younger generation would not do well with their government shutting down their social media. So I look at them as children, and they are not educated in the ways of the world.
No, and this is the first generation that statistically will not come even close to matching their parents' level of education. So frankly, I'm frightened for our future.